Welcome back to another episode of Elevate Your Success 101. It's your host, Self-Pay Rose, aka Moneyline Mommy, also known as the CEO of Elevate Your Success 101, where we come and bring you that mentality over money talk that helps you gain that clarity therapy that you need to face any unforeseen circumstance that you may come across in your day-to-day life, right? So if you guys have been following the podcast, first of all, I want to say thank you to all my supporters. Thank you to all my listeners, my subscribers, my fans, my lovers. I just love you guys so much. You truly, genuinely give me that love and support, honest feedback. Every little bit of support really helps the brand go a long way. So I always got to give some love to all my loyal listeners before we start each and every episode. I got to give y'all a special shout out to let y'all know if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here, right? So for those that have been following the podcast, you know we've been going over our 40 self-care rules for life. Right? We've already been through steps 1 through 25, and on today's lesson, we will be covering steps 26 through 30. So I always tell my students, get in position to learn, grab a pen, grab a paper, and if you wear glasses, put them on because you're about to take notes, right? I want to give you guys quality knowledge that you can go out there and actually apply to your lifestyle and see a lot of change in effects literally within the next 30 to 60 days of your life. So if you guys can follow these 40 self-care rules, I want you to write them down. I want you to hang them up in your house. I want you to put some sticky notes in your car to literally remind yourself of how you can increase the amount of self-care you're giving to yourself on a day-to-day basis. So without further ado, we're going to dive into today's episode. We're going to be covering steps 26 through 30. Make sure you have your pen, make sure you have your paper, and we're going to jump right in, right? Now, 26 is for you to say no a lot to other people and yes, more to yourself. Okay, say no a lot to other people and yes, a lot to yourself. What happens is we get caught up in a cycle of trying to please those around us, right? Sometimes we do it without even noticing that we're doing it, right? We want to make everybody happy. We want to make sure everybody's cool. And we want to make sure life is really vibrating on that frequency that we want it to. So sometimes what happens is we're saying yes to a lot of people, and those ultimately kind of put us in a back burner. All those yeses over time, all those yeses to other people's needs, wants, and attention, that kind of puts us behind the 8 ball because we're not saying yes to ourselves enough. So step number 26 is say no to others a lot and yes to yourself more often. Okay? Number 27, don't be afraid to ask for help. I really want to dive into 27 because a lot of you guys are struggling right now simply because you won't ask for help. You have too much pride in a way you won't ask for help. And a lot of you will literally watch an opportunity pass you by because you're scared to ask a small question. And that same very question can take you from the sideline to being in the game, baby. You guys gotta be able to speak up. A closed mouth don't get fed, and a closed hand will not receive bread. So I want you guys to never be afraid to ask for help. Something that my mother always taught me is if you don't understand something, ask a question. If you're confused, ask a question. One thing she did not teach me is to not be afraid to ask for help. Now, asking a question and asking for help are two totally different situations, two totally different narratives, right? Sometimes you can be confused and you're like, yo, what did you say? Sometimes you can be in a real life situation where you need help and you need a stronger resource to come in and lift you up. Now, what happens is we struggle with ego, pride, and our previous situations have shown us that asking for help may not fix our current situation. So sometimes we kind of create a shell, we create a wall into which we're blocking off all the help and all the blessings that could be coming our way simply because we are afraid to ask for help. I want you guys to really understand you cannot get through life by yourself. You cannot do your big, great dream, your big project, right? Your big goal. You cannot do it by yourself. You're going to need help along the way. So from this day moving forward, I want you guys to never be afraid to ask for help. If it's something small, ask for help immediately before it turns into something big, right? Never be afraid to ask for help because you sitting on the sidelines watching life go by while somebody else is in there asking the right questions and taking the opportunities that were meant for you. So never be afraid to ask for help. You can literally be sitting right next to your blessing that you've been praying for, that miracle that you've been hoping that's going to fall in your lap. And all because you're afraid to ask for help is going to pass you by. So number 27, don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay? I really want you to understand that you can create a powerful community, a big network. You can become so resourceful the more that you ask for help. You never know what you're going to learn from somebody. You never know who has the keys to unlock the doors that are closed for you. So I want you guys to really focus in on number 27 from this day moving forward. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay? Now, number 27, I want you to put a star around it. And I really want you to go out there today, tomorrow, and for the rest of the week and ask for help. For if it's something small, cool. Knock it out the way before it turns into something big. All right. Moving forward to number 28. Understand that every person is an opportunity for kindness. Every person that you come across today is an opportunity for you to treat them with kindness, for you to spread that positivity, for you to pay it forward, for you to actually brighten up somebody's day. So I want you to know, when you get in the car, when you drive to the gas station, when you pump in your gas, every person is an opportunity for kindness. When you head into work, when you're going to basketball practice, when you're opening up your business for the day, you got your clients coming in and you're trying to get new clientele, you're trying to grow your business, you're trying to really grow your brand as an entrepreneur, whatever it may be, every person is an opportunity for kindness. Even if you're in a bad mood, even if you're not feeling like yourself, I really want you to understand, go out there and treat everybody with kindness. Every person that comes across your path is an opportunity for kindness. Because like I said, you never know who can be holding the keys to unlock the doors that are closed for you. So if you're mean to the wrong person, you could literally be watching your blessing walk by you. So I want you to really, really, really be kind to all the people that you keep close to you. The people that aren't as close, but you guys cross paths frequently, right? Every person is an opportunity for kindness. Don't let this one go over your head. A lot of you guys are saying that you're antisocial, you don't like being around big crowds. It's because you don't know how to make friends. You don't know how to be nice to people. Nobody was ever nice to you, so you don't know how to be nice to other people in return. So I'm going to teach you exactly how to be the person that you want to be. You want to be somebody that attracts positive energy, positive vibes, knowledgeable people, and you want to become a resourceful person to your community. Understand that every person is an opportunity for kindness. You guys can literally exchange information that you both been looking for X amount of time, and just because you guys were kind to each other, guess what? That's network. That's money. That's connection. That's power. That's resources right there. All because you decided to be kind to this person. You never know where it could lead. You could spark up a conversation. This person might know somebody you guys might actually be looking for the same answers. You guys can brainstorm together and figure out things. And this is how we come back together as a community. This is how we become more resourceful as a people. This is how we produce power. Right? Nobody ever became powerful by being mean to every single person that they came and had interactions with. Right? If you're mean to everybody that you come encounter with, bro, you're not going to get far in life. So understand that every person is an opportunity for kindness. Moving forward to number 29, write this down. If it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. And these are words to live by. If it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. Step number 29 alone can really redefine your character. Because if something is not right, you simply won't do it, which means you won't end up in certain situations. And if it's something is not true, you're not going to run off that false narrative. Okay? So if it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. This is what's going to set you aside from everybody else around you, because you do the right things. You say the right things. You speak the truth. You walk the truth. So you walk it like you talk it. A lot of people are kind of fraud nowadays, in which where they run off these false narratives that lead them to doing things that ultimately aren't right. Now you're in a situation that you never imagined you could be in, all because of you doing something that wasn't right or saying something that wasn't true. A lot of friendships, business relationships, families, and a lot of quality connections get ruined because people don't follow self-care. Number 29. If it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. So if you want to create genuine connections, you want to keep positive people around you, you always want to be surrounded by good energy, always remember, if it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. Hitting y'all with them gems, giving y'all that quality knowledge that, like I said, you can actually go out there and apply to your daily lives. So moving forward to our last and final step on today's episode of Elevate Your Success 101. Step number 30. Accept success without arrogance and handle failure with indifference. Okay? Let me repeat that for y'all. Accept success without arrogance and handle failure with indifference. And what that really means is when you finally reach that level of success to where you're getting that recognition you've always wanted, you're making the type of money that you've always wanted to generate, you're raising the type of family that you've always wished you could be blessed with, I want you to accept that success without any arrogance. You don't want to have that I told you so mentality, right? You want to actually be the most self-centered person that can really always operate off their own peace, and you don't have to go based off of how many likes you get on social media or how much engagement somebody is going to give you on a certain post to congratulate you or how much accolades you get from social media. You can be able to accept whatever level of success you've achieved without any arrogance because you've always believed in yourself. So this ain't no surprise that you reached that level of success. So when people congratulate you, you're grateful, you're thankful, and not arrogant, right? And big-headed. Because I've been at the top, I've been at the bottom. I've been at the top again and I've been at the bottom again. And trust me, every single time I'm going to choose to be at the top. So when you're at the top, understand that the bottom is always a place you can return to. If you have too much arrogance and you don't know how to deal with failure. See, when you fail, understand that success is the only place you can go from there. You can't get no lower. Once you reach rock bottom, you can't get no lower. So when you reach these levels of success, I want you guys to become more grateful individuals, more thankful individuals, because the more grateful you are, the more you will receive. So I'm going to give you guys the rundown of today's steps of self-care for life. We went over steps 26 through 30. You guys know we have a total of 40. So we got about 10 rules left, and you guys are going to have the full series of 40 self-care rules for life, right? So, number 26, say no a lot to other people and yes to yourself more often. Number 27, don't be afraid to ask for help. Number 28, every person is an opportunity for kindness. Number 29, if it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. And number 30, last but not least, accept success without arrogance and handle your failures with indifference. Right? So when you fail, get back up again. When you fall 10 times down, you got to get back up. You got to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, because you got to have yourself. No matter how many people told you they got you, you got to be able to have yourself. So I want you guys to really listen to these self-care rules and understand that the more repetitive they become to your mentality, the more you will see them actually play out in your real life. So I don't want you guys to just listen to each episode. I actually want you to take notes, put them on sticky notes, make those sticky notes visual for yourself so you can see them every day, and give yourself small reminders. Say no to yourself a lot. Say no to others, yes to yourself a lot. Remind yourself to not be afraid to ask for help. Understand that every person is an opportunity for kindness. And before you make your next move, if it's not right, don't do it. And the next time you go to speak, if it's not true, don't say it. I'm giving you guys quality knowledge, right? This is the type of mentorship that my students get every single day. This is the type of encouragement I give them every single day, because we're going to have those unforeseen circumstances that are going to come across our paths. So when we reach that unforeseen circumstance, how do we handle it? Okay, I got a whole list of 40 self-care rules, or I got a whole podcast I can go back and rewind and remind myself or rewire my brain so that I can operate as a new individual. Understand that if nothing changes, nothing changes. So without further ado, guys, that concludes today's episode of Elevate Your Success 101. If you guys found any value from today's episode, make sure you leave us a review, give us a 5-star rating, screenshot today's episode, post it on your story, follow us on Instagram at Elevate Your Success 101. And also head over to our YouTube channel, Elevate Your Success 101. Subscribe so you never miss an episode. And I want to thank you guys for listening to another episode. Share this with your peoples. Like, come on, we struggling. Gotta stick together. We gotta build each other up. And when one is down, you gotta reach down to pick somebody up so you guys can reach that same level of success. So, like I said, if you found any value from today's episode, share it with your closest friends around you. Make sure you leave us a review. Head on over to our YouTube channel, Elevate Your Success 101, and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And I just want to say thank you guys for the love and support. Come back for tomorrow's episode. We're going to be covering steps 30 through 35, and we're going to get closer and closer to ending that whole 40 self-care rules series. Without further ado, y'all go out there and have a blessed and beautiful day. Elevate your success. Know that I love you. You are God's highest form of creation, and can't nobody do it like you.